A very good morning to my dear students and welcome to our social science class. So today we are going to start with the new topic, that is levels of government. And students, I hope you have understood about the concept of Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat, the functions of Gram Sabha and the functions of Gram Panchayat, right, and how they are different, and how the Gram Sabha is like a watchdog of Gram Panchayat. Everything we have discussed in our earlier class, right? So after reading about what happened in the Gram Sabha and the Gram Panchayat, there is a story of Hardas village. Kindly go through the story. You can understand about the Panchayati Raj system from that particular story. So it's a Panchayati Raj system, as you know, it's a process through which people participate in their own government. So they have their own government, and Panchayati Raj can be said as the most it's a first tier or level of democratic government from where the participant begins, right? So let us start. So today we will be understanding about the levels of government, and also we'll be able to distinguish between the levels of government at the end of the chapter. Okay, and also their functions, like how different government levels have got their different functions, because everyone does not do the same work. Like everyone has got different tasks and responsibility assigned by the government. Okay, so let's start. So before that, let me tell you, the Panchayati Raj system is the first tier or level of democratic government. Sorry, the Panch and the Gram Panchayat are answerable to the Gram Sabha. So the Panchayati Raj system is the first tier or level of government. Like the Panchas and the Gram Panchayat are answerable to the Gram Sabha, because it is the members of the Gram Sabha who elected them. So in case if they are not satisfied with their decisions or the work they are doing for the Gram Sabha people, so they can raise their voice and they can show the no confidence vote for them in a case where they feel offended, where their demands may not be met. So that's how the Gram Sabha can complain and can raise a voice towards Gram Panchayat in case if they see that the work is not properly done. So the idea of people's participation in the Panchayati Raj system extends to two other levels. Okay, so there is a level I have shown. So first one is at the first tier we have village level, that is first tier, known as the Gram Panchayat. Then we have block level, the second tier, which is also known as Janpat Panchayat or Panchayat Samiti. And at the third level, it is the district level, which is known as Jila Panchayat, then District Council, Jila Parishad or District Panchayat. So these are the different names which are given to the district level government. And kindly go through this name if anything can come in exam. Right, so students, at the first we have the Gram Panchayat, then which is known as village level, it is the first tier. At the second tier we have block level, which is known as Janpat Panchayat or Panchayat Samiti. And at the third level we have district level, that is Jila Panchayat, District Council, Jila Parishad or District Panchayat. So these are like the names are different, but the work is same, and even the place is also same, right? So one is the so there are levels of panchayats. So the panchayat system is a process through which people participate in their own government. So the Panchayati Raj system, as Srilal already have explained, Gram Panchayat, Janpat Panchayat and District Panchayat. So students, let us know about their functions very properly. And yeah, coming to blocks. So blocks are bigger than a village. Like many blocks contain many villages in them, like 2 or 3 villages like together conclude the blocks, right? So these blocks are being they are being supervised by the block committee, and the entire district, for example, Kamrup district is look after by the Jila Parishad, and in Kamrup district we have got different villages. So these villages were been supervised or controlled by the block committee, and the particular one village is controlled by the Gram Panchayat of that particular village. So are you clear about it? So next we have the detail about Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti, and also known as District Panchayat, the third level. So Gram Panchayat, what is the work? So already we have discussed it in the earlier classes. So first tier democratic government in rural areas. So it shows how democracy can prevail in a very grassroots level. So village level government, they are answerable to Gram Sabha, right? Level government, they are answerable to Gram Sabha, and they has one or more than one village under it. So Gram Sabha has one or more than one village under it. That is not much bigger, but then they are very answerable to the people of the Gram Sabha in case of any problem. Then we have Panchayat Samiti. They are also called Janpat Panchayat. Like they work at the block level government. So it's not only one village, but there are combination of 2, 3, 4, 5 villages, and those villages are actually controlled by, or the responsibility has been taken by the Janpat Panchayat or the block level government. So any issue in the block level government or any issue between the two villages will be solved by the Janpat Panchayat or the Panchayat Samiti. So the Panchayat Samiti has many Gram Panchayat under it. So as I told you, for one particular village there is one Gram Panchayat, right? There are group of one Gram Panchayat. So for many villages there will be many Gram Panchayat. So this Gram Panchayat they come under the control of block level government, which is also known as Janpat Panchayat. And at the third level we have Zilla Parishad. So Zilla Parishad is also called District Panchayat, then District Council, etc. So it has two duties mainly. The Zilla Parishad makes developmental plans at the district level. Okay, so remember, Zilla Parishad makes developmental plans at the district level. It also regulates the money distribution among all the Gram Panchayat, Panchayat Samiti, helps the Zilla Parishad in this. So basically whatever money is being allotted to the Gram Panchayat, to all the Gram Panchayat for doing various type of works in a village, like regarding roads, then schools, buildings, hospitals, whatever it is, sanitation. So those, like where they get money from, they get money from taxes although, and this money is being distributed by the Zilla Parishad with the help of Panchayat Samiti. So Panchayat Samiti and Zilla Parishad, they regulate the money distribution among all the Gram Panchayat, and Zilla Parishad makes developmental plans at the district level. So within the guidelines given in the constitution, each state in the country has its own laws with regard to panchayats. Okay, so the idea is to provide more and more space for people to participate and raise their voices. So democracy is very important, and it is the only platform where people can raise their voice, people can have a space to participate and raise their issues, in whatever demand they have, their problems. And because of this democratic government, everyone is trying, and also they're having right to change the law sometime. There is a law, I guess you studied in this class 6 in 2005. A law was enacted where the mother and the daughter will get the same amount of property share, unlike the son, right? So those are the things which change, and it's because of the democracy where people rose their voice, and that's how the changes took place in the democracy. So these are some questions I have given for today. So who makes the developmental plans at the district level? So you have to answer me this in our next live class. And we have the second question. The Panchayati Samiti has many dash under it. Okay, so you have to see whatever answer it will be. You can just write somewhere and click a picture and give me in the Google Classroom. Okay, and your homework will be uploaded today in the Google Classroom. So thank you, have a nice day, and God bless.